Please be seated for the presentation of awards.
Crazy Uncle Joe is at Jim's back. Anyway, I want to thank you again for being here this evening. To the parents, thanks for all the support you give. I see our former cadets back there. Thank you. Like some of the cadets talked about, you make a difference every day, and we're proud of you. Cadets, we get to do what I like to do is recognize a lot of you here in just a moment. I see Sergeant Arnold and Sergeant Volker. Are you still here from the Marine Corps? All right, they're here. I understand, let me say Sergeant Volker, because I understand on Sunday you're being meritoriously promoted to the rank of Staff Sergeant. I put that in a good problem to have. Well done.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Oh, there's a visitor. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Good to see you back. Transferred in the middle of the semester as one of our cadets. Thanks for being here. Good to see you now. I won't talk long, but I just want to make a couple points before we give out some awards. Kind of about what we try to do in ROTC. Actually, Dr. Jones asked me to go on a visit with him to another school about 2 weeks ago. We went up to North Henderson High School and look at a program about a year from a half from now. He's thinking about implementing at Weddington High School. It's simply called The Leader in Me. So we went up, and it's a leadership program that does certain things for kids, and it's instituted over the 4 years of their high school. We got back, and he asked for my opinion. I said, let me ask you this first, Dr. Jones. What's the problem we're trying to solve? General Mattis, identify the problem, find a solution. And he said, you know, particularly at Weddington High School, I said, I know we put a lot of emphasis on test scores and other things. He said, but I want these kids to leave here with an understanding of what accountability and personal responsibility is about. I think this program can help us do this. I looked at him, I said, so you want every kid to take junior ROTC? And he just kind of laughed, but it's actually is what we try to do, because whether you leave here, whether you go to college, whether you go to the military, or whether you go out and get a job in the real world, you're going to be somebody's neighbor, friend, boss, and there's certain skills we think if you develop, they're going to help you be successful. So we try to do that. To Weddington's credit, they give us a lot of leeway. I think we only had two visits to the trailer all year. That's when I have to come out to do an eval, so I think we've earned that credibility to kind of let us do what we want to do out there to try to give the kids an understanding of that. To the parents, we don't have a lot of communication with the parents, because I tell the kids, I said, listen, your parents have all graduated high school, college, you know, they can do this, okay? If it is to be, it's up to me. So, and obviously if the parent contacts me, we work with them, but Sergeant Major and I both realize that it is an honor and a privilege to work with your parents for 93 minutes a day. We don't take it lightly, so thank you for giving us that opportunity. I just want to share a couple things that I thought about I looked at the roster today, and I thought about every student we had. And I could go down the list and tell you there's a time when they contributed something to what we were trying to do, whether it was in the classroom, whether it was in PT, or wherever it was. And I do that because each child really contributed something. There were a couple of things that stood out in my mind. I just wanted to share some of them briefly, because I think that's what the program's about. It kind of makes me smile. One of the first things is Julie Warren. Julie, I think about you trying to learn drill. Be a drill commander as a freshman. We give 8 to 10 weeks to let drill instructors do it. Then we give them a card and we let them cheat off. And you didn't even get a chance to come to all the practices. When they did, the track team had to cut you for 12 hours. That wasn't going to last. But we went out there on game day and delivered. And that is hard to do. That takes a certain amount of poison. If you can do that, there's nothing that you can't do. Then lady, I'm proud of you. I think about the Red Road. I like those kind of stories. Patrick Howard and his Red Road, born out a little bit later. Those entertainment, that's what brings zest to life. I think about a young man who came to me during the second semester. This was the first semester taking ROTC, and he said, hey, do you mind if I go to second lunch? We got fourth lunch. Well, obviously, UCPS School Book Solutions, no, you're not going to second lunch. Crazy. It'd be anarchy if you did it. I said, why do you want to go to second lunch? And he said, because there's someone in my class that I know has no friends, and they sit in their classroom, they never go to lunch, and I want to go sit with them. I want to make sure they have a friend. I said, Jackson, Lord, you go right down there and you sit with that person. He went to second lunch, and he made sure that person had a friend. I think about the young men and women that get up, and we do a lot of talking in class because you may never be asked to graph a linear equation, but you're going to have to talk to a lot of people in your life and do job interviews and that type of thing. I think of two in particular. When Fernando Roca, and I'm not even sure if he's here tonight, Chris Vandy, Dander, Slander, Grander, how many Vanders you got in there, they got up in front of their peers and told a story. When they got done, 25 or 30 jaded teenagers sat there, half of them with tears in their eyes and never said a word. You men showed moral courage, and you taught us all days, lessons those days that I couldn't do throughout the whole year, so I thank you for that. I also think about Rebecca Garcia. Becky, I think you're here tonight. I know when you got up in front of the class and you shared your story, it was powerful. It wasn't what the people expected. That's what you're capable of every day, and you know I believe in you, and I encourage you to keep doing that, young lady. I think it's already been mentioned, I think about Kelly Klaus's cookies a lot. I thank you for those. And I think about being had. What do I mean by that? I've been known to pull a chain of a cadet every now and then. Pretty hard sometimes. Good naturedly, and I think they get the point. So when I get it in return, and it's usually hard to do because I've seen most of the things. There were two of them that got me in particular this year. And they get it, they understand what we're trying to do because I don't go far without a Diet Coke. And my blood thinners, but I usually forget to take those, but I don't forget my Diet Coke. But anyway, so I've got my Diet Coke and I'm in the thing, and I know it's going to last me the whole class, and I know how much I've got left, and I'm on a roll, and I think the kids are into it, and all of a sudden, where's my Diet Coke? Just walking around, talking, I said, I can't find my Diet Coke. I know I had one. I looked every place I usually go. Find my Diet Coke's not there. And I look up, there's an empty bottle there, and there's two in the trash. I was like, there's no way I drank that Diet Coke. So finally, I just gave up. I don't want to know I'm an idiot. I'm like, have you seen my Diet Coke? There's Santa Bria. On the back turn, he'd stolen my Diet Coke, and he pulled it over on me. And those are the kind of things that mean a lot. Santa Bria, you get it, and I understand it. And then the best one was today. Amber Thunderbird. She came in about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago with some pad and pencil, and she was like, I'm taking some scientific experiment for my stats class, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And she was going to get some survey on what Sergeant Major and I both like. So, he grudgingly gave in, and I made something up. She said, pizza's not really a snack. I said, well, it is for me. So I thought nothing about it. She shows up today with the two most beautiful baskets of gifts, and everything's in it with the exact same things that she put on that survey. We've been had. Amber and your mom, I thank you for that. And then I think about the top 20 banquet. Sergeant Major and I were fortunate to go the other day. I go every year because they let me talk. But he went because if you're in the top 20, you get to go and you're recognized, and it's very competitive. Weddington High School doesn't get more competitive than that. Top 23 actually this year. I mean, you couldn't wedge a piece of paper into some of these GPAs and the other things. So it was a thrill for both of us to be there. The first time we'd actually had any students make the top 20. We had two that time. And when you get there, I knew probably half the kids. You never know exactly what you're going to expect. And it's not a competition because each student gets to bring us, like I said, a teacher, and they get up, they talk about it, and the teacher gets to say something. And it's really a good evening. It's a free meal. Like I said, it's not a competition, but make no mistake, my friends, everybody's keeping score. Everybody's keeping score. Well, Sergeant Major and I both, I think he was even amazed. I mean, there were 4 kids that stood out. I mean, that some kids were more comfortable in the spotlight, some aren't. And there were 2 that was an absolute smoke show. I mean, I'll be honest, it was Landy Klaus, Spencer Higgins went up there and they simply owned the night. I know, Doctor, you weren't there. I know Mike Kelly, you were, and Dave, you were there. I got a big kick out of that. I know Sergeant Major even got a kick out of it, but I'll tell you who else got a kick out of it. I came into school the next day and I had 15 or 20 emails from teachers going, really? I'm like, I didn't say a word to him, I just said, go out and be yourself. Dr. Jones came up to me and he said, that wasn't really close, was it? And I said, like I said, I didn't say anything, go out and be yourself. Landon, Spencer, being yourself is a good thing. I continue to do in the future to make us all proud. All right. Some of them are going to come up there and I might even tell a story about a brief one. So we're going to start off the awards with the awards of service organizations. If those are in particular, and we have at least 1 or 2 representatives from those tonight. We've already heard from one the awards they gave out. And if you receive an award from one of these, it means a lot because these are people that have served our country and they're still serving today. They're a role model for us. And I can't thank them enough for the support they give. They're interested in you. They care about our future. For those people that are here tonight, like I said, we stand on your shoulders. We know that, and we appreciate it. So, Shelby, are you back on?
Our first award being presented this evening is the Veterans from Foreign Wars Award, are being presented by Lynn Deschamps, Post Adjutant for the VFW Post 2423 of Indian Trail.
Thank you. On behalf of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 2423 and Indian Trail, congratulations to all the cadets. Whether you're graduating or you're coming back next year, you're doing a good thing. You're doing a good thing for yourself, particularly, and there will be things you remember for a long time. Sergeant Major told me since I'm speaking first, I can talk as long as I want. So they won't mind a bit because they like being here all evening. So I will tell you one story that I want to pass on to the young people here, because May and June are traditionally the times in this country where we old people and distinguished leaders like myself decide we should pass on to younger people and less experienced people what we learned in hopes that you don't make the same silly mistakes we made. So I will pass on to you a piece of advice I learned half a century ago or more now from the lips of Staff Sergeant Robert E. Allen, Quantico, Virginia, middle of July, my first PLC summer down there. Staff Sergeant Ellie had us out on the grinder after dark because we had not met his expectations on our platoon, this platoon. He got us up and we marched and marched and marched. And he finally said, sit down in the school circle, I want to tell you something. Which was most unusual because he was a no-nonsense kind of guy. So we all sat on this hot grinder there with the little stones poking in their butts. And we were trying to pay attention. He says, listen up, idiots. He says, it's time you learn something that you're going to need to know the rest of your life. And I'm going to tell you one thing to remember. He said, this is what you need to remember. Life is hard. It's really hard if you're stupid. He said, don't be doing stupid things. You've done enough of those here. Stop doing them. Stop doing them for the rest of your life. He said, I can fix your ignorance. He said, I can't fix your stupid. So that's my piece of advice to all of you. When you go to make a decision, you want to decide what to do or what to not do, don't do something stupid. You're going to know before you do it that it's stupid. Don't do it.
Can't fix stupid.
On behalf of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, the JROTC Citation and Medal Award is presented to Nicholas Abbott. The second award goes to Andy Sloya. And the last of the three awards goes to Tanner Ingracia.
Lieutenant Colonel and Sergeant Major Brookshire will present the remainder of the awards for this evening.
On behalf of the Military Order of the Purple Heart, I think we all know what the Purple Heart's about. It's my pleasure to present the National Leadership Award to someone that proves it doesn't matter the size of the dog, but it's the size of the fight in the dog, Mr. Vernon A. behalf of the American Legion, their ROTC program, in recognition of outstanding attributes demonstrating to the leading of the American Legion Scholastic Award, it's my pleasure to present this to Miss Carolina Kachikas. Also on behalf of the American Legion, another award to Miss Spencer Higgins. She's not bad. That helps, doesn't it? I only have one contact and the other one came out, so we'll wing it anyway. On behalf of the National Society of the Sons of the American Revolution, the Bronze ROTC Medal in record of outstanding leadership qualities, military merit, and excellence, thus exemplifying the high ideals and principles which motivated and sustained our patriot ancestors. The award goes to Mr. Vincent Spag Macero. On behalf of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution, the National Defense Committee ROTC Medal. And ROTC student who has demonstrated academic excellence, dependability, good character, adherence to military discipline, leadership, and a fundamental and patriotic understanding of the importance of the Reserve Officer Training Program. And I can bear witness to the fact that this lady has done that for 4 years. Her name is Miss Lucy Pincus. Future Marine officer, but more about that later. The Military Order of the World Wars proudly presents its Junior ROTC Medal of Merit to the other half of the dynamic duo, Landon M. Klaus. Some jewelry with this one. The Military Officers Association of America, through its affiliates, is proud to present the MOA JROTC Medal for having demonstrated exceptional potential for military leadership as a member of the Junior ROTC Training Corps. And on a dare from her dad to join JROTC, she became the commanding officer of the unit. She is Natalie Rojo Escobar. Dad, you know it takes to motivate her now. Just tell her she can't do something. The order of the data lines, they're not here. I call them dandelions. I get that wrong every year. I don't mean, but I just want to have you familiar with it. But I can tell you what, it does give me a lot of pleasure to present this award, because when I talk about growth and development, this person's face just jumps into my mind's eye. And it's my pleasure to present this to Mr. Chase R. Don Clendenin. the Women's Marine Association Outstanding Cadet Award. Kind of be fitting if it went to the daughter of an active duty United States Marine. It is Logan M. Gravel.